So when I think about pride, I think about intersectionality. And I wasn't really familiar with that term in the 80s when I first started to see pride celebrations, but I knew that there was a side of myself that could be celebrated and embraced in some other part of the world that I was in my conservative area in Texas at the time, in Dallas, Texas. So, now I can really appreciate being able to bring my full self to it. But that's not to say that there has not been a huge struggle within myself to be able to do that. And that's because of a lot of the anti-Blackness that I have experienced within the LGBTQ community. And so I think that now is a real prime time to hit this head on. There has definitely been a lot of anti-Blackness. Although we know the role that Black people and other people of color have played in the progress of the LGBTQ community, not to mention the dismissiveness to the transgender community, and we know the role of the transgender community within the LGBTQ community and the senseless deaths that are happening not only to Black people but also to Black transgender individuals and transgender of color and other transgender individuals, period, where that has not been adequately addressed within the LGBT community and taken up as a true, consistent and persistent cause. So I think that this is a high time for us to have this discussion head on, and it's my hope that this will not be a short-term discussion or some kind of moment of tokenism. I really want it to be a moment of where we learn how to support each other, to continue the internal work that it's going to take for all of us to get better, and to really live up to all this LGBTQ IIA, like we want to be able to really live up to the inclusiveness that we pride ourselves on being. So I am full on about pride. Pride to me is protest. And just like America, I think that there is an ideal there to reach. So I fight for that. I feel the same way about pride in the LGBT community. There is an ideal of inclusiveness that I do believe that we can reach, but we have to be willing to keep talking to each other, supporting each other, not just being the morality police to each other, but finding ways to really support each other and keep the conversation going. So I look forward to that. Happy Pride, and remember again, pride is protest.